Heartsprinkle.
Hey everyone, it's Krystle and welcome back to Heartsprinkle. Today I wanted to show you guys how to do this Heartsprinkle stitch. I posted a photo of my throw blanket on Instagram. You guys wanted to see a tutorial, so here we are. I am also working on tutorials and patterns for you guys using this stitch, so stay tuned for those. It'll be posted on my Instagram, blog, and YouTube. This piece I have right here is a throw, which is about 50 inches wide. I do plan on adding a border in the future, so you guys stay tuned for that border as well. You don't have to use all the colors like I did. It's also fun for just 2 color pieces or however many colors you want to put into the blanket. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with the color combinations. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm only using 2 colors, white for the background and dark pink for the heart. I'm also using my pink crayon hook, which is a size H 5mm. If you guys want tighter stitches, you can go down 1 hook size. Before we get started, I wanted to show you guys this swatch and also to show you how it looks with a light color background and a dark color heart. If you do only 2 colors, I do suggest that you use the lighter color for the background and a darker color for the heart because it makes it pop out better. So this is just a sample right here. I also did this sample because I couldn't decide on what color to make the hearts on my blanket. I was actually going to try and do this white one, but I didn't like how it blended with the yellow. So sometimes it's nice to do these swatches, especially if you're using a whole bunch of colors. The pink one right here, this light pink, I kind of liked it, but I don't know, for some reason I decided not to go with it. And this dark pink I would have used, but I wanted it to be part of the stripes in the background. So I ended up not using that. And then I actually liked how these black ones turned out, but I'm going to have to do it on a different blanket in the future. So yeah, this is what a nice swatch looks like, especially if you use so many colors. It's best to do one of these, and the size we're about to do today is approximately 4 hearts wide, so you guys can make one of these. To make this stitch, each heart section is in increments of 6 stitches. So when we start off our bottom row here, or our first row, you have to do them in multiples of 6 plus 2 at the end here for the chain. So for our swatch, we're only going to do 4 hearts wide, so we have to multiply that by 6, which equals 24. So we need 24 chains. We're going to begin with a slip knot. Let me move my yarn out of the way here so you can see everything better. Slip knot, and we're going to chain 24. Here is my chain 24. You can increase your blanket size as long as you do them in multiples of 6 and add 2 at the end. Now we are going to double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. You can double crochet here, but I like to turn it over and double crochet into all the back loops in the back. Either one will work, it all depends on your preference. This chain counts as a stitch. Now we're going to double crochet in all the remaining chains. Here are my 24 double crochets, and that includes the chain here, which counts as a stitch. Now we are going to chain 2 and turn. This counts as your first stitch. We will double crochet into the next double crochet here. And we need to double crochet 3 more times. for a total of 5 double crochets, and that includes that chain 2. Chain 1, skip this double crochet, and then we're going to do 5 more double crochets. Chain 1, skip this double crochet, and we're going to do 5 more double crochets. Chain 1, skip this double crochet, and we're going to do 5 more. This is how row 2 will look. We are going to fasten off. Here is what row 2 looks like. So it's 5 double crochets, an empty space, 5 double crochets, an empty space, 5 double crochets, an empty space, and so on. We're going to turn that work, and then we're going to attach our new yarn, which will be our heart color. We're going to attach it and chain 2. 1, 2. Okay. 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1. Skip this stitch, and we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 here and 1 here. Now we are going to do a spike stitch. It will be a double crochet spike stitch into this loop right here that we skipped. I'm only going to pick up the back loop. Okay, so we're going to yarn over, insert hook into the back loop only, yarn over, pull through. And you don't have to make this super loose, but I'm doing it for the tutorial so you guys can see the spike stitch. Yarn over, pull through. So we're going to do the rest of the double crochet. Yarn over, pull through. And now you see it spiking down like that. Okay? Here's how that looks. You don't have to do it super loose. If you actually do it tighter, your heart will come out more, but don't do it so tight that it warps your blanket. Now we're going to do 2 more double crochets in the next 2. So 1, 2, and we're going to chain 1 again. Skip this stitch and do 2 more double crochets. 1, 2, and now we're going to do another spike stitch into the back loop only of this one that we skipped from the previous row. So yarn over, insert hook into the back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So the series is 2 double crochet, a spike, 2 double crochet. Okay, now we're going to do the 2 double crochets to the next 2. 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double, skip this one, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and again we're on this space, and we need to do a double crochet spike stitch. So we're going to insert and go through the back loop only and pull up and finish the double crochet. And then we're going to do 2 more double crochets. Chain 1. And then we're going to skip this one and do 2 more. The last one here is into this chain 2 from the previous row, and that's how it looks. Okay, so this is what row 3 looks like. We're going to chain 2 for row 4, chain 2, turn our work. For this row, we're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1. You're going to double crochet, so that's 2 double crochets, chain 1. Double crochet into the next double. So 2 double crochets, chain 1. Skip this stitch, do 2 double crochets, chain 1. We're skipping this space, 2 double crochets, chain 1. Skipping this stitch, we're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, skipping the space again, 2 double crochets, chain 1, skipping this stitch, like that, skipping this stitch, 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 more double crochets. Don't forget to double crochet into the chain. Fasten off, and that's what row 4 looks like. We're going to cut our yarn. So we finished our heart color. Now we're going to attach our background color again. So we're going to have a slip knot. So here's our piece. We're going to turn it and attach our yarn and chain 2. 1, 2. Now we're going to double crochet into the next stitch, and here we're going to do another double crochet spike into this white all the way from row 2. Okay, so we're trying to accomplish this long spike. So the series for this one is 2 double crochets, spike, 2 double crochets, spike, 2 double crochets, spike, 2 double crochets, spike. So we're going to do a really long spike here, and I pick up both loops of the top. So double crochet, spike. I'm sorry to be repetitive. So we're going to yarn over, put it into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that finishes the double crochet. It also kind of brings it up so you can start seeing the heart form in this row. And this is row 5. Now we're going to double crochet 2, 1, 2. Now we're going to spike stitch into the back loop only of row 3 that we skipped right here. It's a double crochet spike. So we're going to yarn over, put our hook into the back loop only, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and that finishes the double crochet. It looks kind of funky right now, but you'll start seeing it. So that's what it looks like, and you don't have to do it super loose, not super tight either. You don't want to warp it. 2 double crochets. We're going to do a super long spike stitch again into this one. So we're going to go over all those that we skipped. Do that. And see, you're going to start seeing the heart. 2 double crochets. Another spike stitch into the back loop only. 2 double crochets. We have another super long spike stitch. Again, you're just going to pick up both little loops. So here we go. 2 double crochets. Spike stitch into the back loop only here. Two double crochets. The long spike stitch. And then you're going to end with 2 double crochets. Okay, and that's when you start seeing your hearts. All right. If you use a smaller hook, these stitches will be tighter and you can see your hearts even more. See? So row 5 really starts to show the hearts. Row 6 will set you up for your next row of hearts. So we're going to continue with our background color. If you want to look at your blanket for the spacing, I shifted the hearts to where this point lines up with these big spikes. So that's where your little chain spaces will be. I just wanted to tell you guys as a tip to make sure that when you're going across that you're lining up properly. So when you're coming from here and going this way, we're going to chain 2, double crochet, chain, so we're going to skip this spike stitch and continue. And then our hearts will be shifted just a little bit this way, just like these. See the heart here? The spike stitch lines up for the bottom of the next row of hearts, and it just goes, it just shifts just a little bit. Now I wanted to do that so each little texture of the spike can be scattered more instead of it being completely lined up like that, and I like that look more. Okay, so we did the chain 2 and turn, and now we're going to do another double crochet, chain 1, skip this long spike stitch, double crochet 5, chain 1, skip the spike, double crochet 5. Chain 1, skip the spike, double crochet 5. Skip the long spike. There's multiple size spikes on here. All right. Chain 1, skip this long spike, and don't forget about the 2 double crochets at the end here. So we have 1 double crochet and 1 into the chain 2. Okay. And now we're going to fasten that off and cut. And there you go. Okay, so each color or each section is 2 rows worth. Now we're going to attach our heart yarn again here. So we're going to attach and chain 2. Okay, 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Now we're making a heart again, so we're going to spike stitch into the back loop of this stitch here from row 5. So spike stitch into that. 2 double crochets. Chain 1. And we're skipping the next stitch and doing 2 double crochets, spike, 2 double crochets. So skip 2 double crochets, okay, spike into that from the previous row or 5th row, 2 double crochets. Okay, to make the heart, you know you're spiking for the heart where you need to, because it lines up with the longer spike from row 5. Okay, now chain 1. Again, we're going to do 2 double crochets, a spike into the back loop, 2 double crochets. 2 double crochets and a spike into the back loop, 2 double crochets. Chain 1. And then we're going to make our last heart here. Skip this one, 2 double crochets, a spike stitch into the back loop, 2 double crochets. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, our spike stitch into the back loop only, and 2 double crochets. 1, don't forget about that chain. See this chain from the previous row? All right, that's the bottom half of our heart. Now we're going to chain 2 and turn. That counts as a stitch. We're going to double crochet into the next. Chain 1. Skip this stitch, 2 double crochet. So for the top part of the heart, the series goes 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 1, and every time you chain 1, you skip whatever is below it. And for instance, this one is a chain space. So we're going to go into the actual stitch, 2 double crochet, chain 1, so we're skipping this one because we chained right there, 2 double crochet, chain 1, and we're skipping that, 2 double crochet, chain 1, skip, 2 double crochets, chain 1, skip the space, 2 double crochets, chain 1, skip, 2 doubles. Okay, and fasten off. I'm turning it over, and this is how it looks. Now we're attaching our background color again. I already flipped it over, so we're going to have a slip knot and attach to the first stitch here and chain 2, 1, 2. Now we're doing the top of the heart here, so it's actually right here. Okay, we're going to do 2 double crochets, a spike into the back loop only, 2 double crochets, and a long spike. So we're kind of repeating this row, but it's shifted a little bit. Okay, so next we are doing a double crochet into the next stitch, and now a spike stitch into the back loop, 2 double crochets, and then a long spike into this stitch. Okay, 2 double crochets, then we have a short spike that goes into the heart, so it's going into the back loop, 2 double crochets, and then we're going to do a super long one again, and it picks up both loops, 2 double crochets, a regular one into the back loop here, two double crochets, a long one, two double crochets, a regular one into the back loop, a regular spike, I'm sorry, and 2 more double crochets. And now your hearts are showing. Now we're going to chain 2 and turn. Now we're setting this up again. So the spaces will be where these big spikes are, right? And as you can see, this heart is shifted. So we have to start right here with our 5 double crochets this time to get to our space. Then 5 double to get to our space, 5 double and get to our space again, and 5 double. Now it's different here because the heart row shifted, so the count is different here compared to this one up here. But that is the pattern. Every long spike stitch gets a space for the next setup. So we have chain 2. Now we're going to do 4 more double crochets. Chain 1, 5 double crochets, chain 1, skip the long spike and do 5 double crochets. chain 1, skip the long spike, 5 double crochets. Chain 1, skip the long stitch, and do 5 double crochets. And fasten off. So now this row is the same as down here, as row 2. And we're just going to start repeating the heart row, and it repeats again here. So we're repeating row 3, which has 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, spike, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, spike. So we're going to attach our pink again. Our previous row I already fastened off. I'm going to flip it over and attach our pink. Chain 2, double crochet, chain 1, skip this stitch, 2 double crochet, regular spike into the back loop only, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, spike into the back loop only. And again, you're working on the bottom half of the heart, and when you're doing that point, it should line up with the long spike. 2 double crochet, chain 1, skip that stitch, 2 double crochet, spike into the back loop only, 2 double crochet, chain 1, skip that stitch, 2 double crochet. We have finished. We're going to chain 2. This is the repeat of the row that has 2 double crochets, chain 1 all the way across. So this chain counts as 1 double crochet. We're going to double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip the space, 2 double crochet, chain 1, skip the stitch, 2 double crochet, chain 1, skip the space, 2 double crochet, chain 1, skip this stitch, 2 double crochet, chain 1, skip the space, 2 double crochet, chain 1, skip the stitch, 2 double crochet, chain 1, skip the space, and your last 2 double crochets. And fasten off. So this row is the same as row 4. Now we're going to do row 5 and 6 again. We're going to attach our background color. So in the previous row I flipped it already. With the slip knot, we're going to attach our background color and chain 2. Double crochet into the next stitch. I'm going to do a long spike stitch, 2 double crochet, spike stitch, a regular one, into the back loop of the heart here, 2 double crochet, a long spike stitch all the way down here, two double crochets, at the top of the heart there, a regular spike into the middle, back loop only, 2 more at the top of the heart, 2 double crochets, a long spike stitch here to separate the hearts. And we're working on the next one. 2 double crochets. At the top, a regular spike to the back loop only in the middle of the heart. 2 double crochets at the top. A long spike stitch to separate. This one's like a half of a heart, but we're doing 2 double crochets at the top. And now we're going to do another row to set up for the next row of hearts. Chain 2. And a double crochet. And this is a long spike, so we need a space there. We're going to chain 1, skip that, 5 double crochets. Chain 1, skip that, 5 double crochets. Chain 1, skip this, 5 double crochets. Chain 1, skip the spike, and end with 2 double crochets. Then we're going to fasten off. Alright guys, here's what it looks like. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you, and don't forget about the tips. I hope that helps you out, especially when you make bigger pieces with these. And if you use this stitch, please tag me and let me know. I would really love to see it, and I can't wait to see the color combinations you guys come up with. Use hashtag Heartsprinkle and Heartsprinkle Stitch, and tag me on Instagram or Facebook. It'll be linked down below. Thanks so much for checking out this tutorial, y'all. Please keep an eye out for the other patterns and tutorials I have using this stitch for you coming up soon. So yeah, thank you so much. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!